Hi and welcome back. Just the beginning of the New York trading sessions. We're a few hours after the conclusion of the US elections, and not just a long time ago since we had the declaration that Donald Trump is on the win. And it looks like it's a 47th presidency goes to Donald Trump. And we're here looking at the markets to see what will happen because of this. We're just about the beginning of the New York trading session, and as you can see, 4:02 my time, right at 8 in the morning in New York, and just about 2 minutes past 1 p.m. in London. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin. We're so curious to see what will happen at the beginning of the trading session. Look at this, we just made it over 75K. History has been made. We were here watching, observing. Yesterday was very quiet throughout the election day. Nothing much was happening. You can see we're going up to the 1 hour so that we can see this clearly. And it's interesting to note that even after the elections, we expected a huge spike, but it's interesting to note that this is already beginning to happen. By the end of today, we're expecting this to close high, lit green candle, and wake up tomorrow to also another high green candle. Also, I'm not being very cautious about this because, of course, there may be a retracement down before it moves completely up. The movement is not yet convincing. We are not yet sure whether the buyers have kicked in, but the new highs are quite telling, that's for sure. We don't know whether this is speculation because of the news of the election that has come out, and this is all speculation, or it's an actual movement in the market. And that's what we're checking out for. We'd like to see this, to be convinced by this. So to make sure that it's not just speculation, but you can see it in our technicals. I'm on the 1 hour chart, and you can see that the movement is not yet complete upwards. So we're expecting higher highs, quite strong. This movement is quite strong. This, I didn't like this. Not convincing at all. I didn't like this. But this tells you something. This is a good story, one that we can follow through with. So we're going to be keenly looking, observing, especially throughout the next 24 hours to see if there'll actually be a huge change in the Bitcoin because of this. Any predictions concerning the price? As I said, once we clear the 74K, we'll be keen to watch and see whether we make new highs after that first 75K high. And that will be the telling move. That will definitely be the telling move. And hopefully by that time, those who are trying to jump in, you won't be left out. But because of this movement, I'm not yet quite so convinced that it's time to jump in yet, or whether we're going to see a high movement, a quick movement in the upside very soon. So that's that for the Bitcoin. The Japanese yen, look at that, quite convincing. I like this. I like this. But as a precautionary measure, up on the daily. Are you seeing? Are you seeing what I'm saying? But up on the daily keeps on telling me that we are hitting a ceiling. See that? We're hitting a ceiling. A very important zone to look out for over here. For that reason, I'm very cautious about this move as well. I don't know if this is because of the news or an actual movement. Prior movements also tell me to be cautious about this. I was expecting a lower low for a good entry around this zone of 150.3 there, about 150.247. That's what I was expecting. And then this happened. And of course, because of the elections, yes, it's quite telling. The US dollar is much stronger. So for that reason, we'll just be sitting tight, watching carefully, analyzing deeper to see whether this will be working out better. Thank you.